Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Enrique, aka Big East Comics, coming at you with a tag video. That's right, guys. I got tagged with my fellow NY Warrior, Era2112. He tagged me for my top five favorite covers. But in this the tag that's been going around, it has special rules, which is cool because I've done many tag videos of my top 10 covers, top 20 covers. So this makes you think a little differently out the box, you know. So rule number one on this tag is that there are no slabs. You can't have a slab book, which is cool because usually my tag books I usually pick some of my slabs. No slabs. The second rule is that if you pick a certain series, you only can have one book in that series. For example, if you're showing an Amazing Spider-Man book, you only can show one Amazing Spider-Man book. You can't have multiple Amazing Spider-Man books in the tag. And then the second rule is that if you're going to use a signature book, you only can use one signed book, not two. I thought it was no variance, but you know, not having any variance makes it pretty tough. But you know what? To be honest, I didn't pick any variants. So all these that I'm going to show you right now are just straight up regular covers. And I didn't try not to look for variants. You know, these are my favorite covers that I'm going to show you. Not my favorite covers, but the type of covers that I like. Because honestly, I can't just pick five, you know. I probably gotta go like Erod said, you probably end up going for like 200-300 books if I pick. I don't have a top five. I have like a top 300, you know. But that's a video for another day, you know. So I'm gonna show you my top five books, and let's begin. And you know what? Let me start things off with. This is a book you've seen before. Marvel Feature presents The Defenders #1, the first appearance of the Defenders, but it's one of my favorite covers of all time. And you know, not many people know this, but this is actually a Neal Adams cover. You know, so many times, you know, when you have to look it up to make sure that, because it doesn't say in the inside that it's a Neal Adams cover, but you do recognize his art style. And when you look up the information online, you know, through the Marvel websites and all that stuff, you'll see that it was his cover. And I didn't know that until maybe like a year ago. When I started hunting this book down, that's when I realized it was a Neal Adams cover. So it was something that I learned also. So, you know, hopefully some, you know, people, you guys, you know, pass that information along as a Neal Adams cover. You know, you can't have a top five tag without having a Neal Adams cover. No matter how you feel about the guy personally, the man could draw, you know. All right. So the next book that I'm going to show you is, you know, and I have these in no particular order. I'll have some Marvel, some DC. This book right here is, again, one of my favorite covers of all time. DC Comics presents #49, Superman and Shazam. I love the cover. It just, you know, it stands out. The colors, the characters that are on there, Superman, you know, Shazam, Black Adam, and, you know, I love it. The way they use the entire cover, the way they, you know, the speech bubbles, and, just so you guys know that this cover is done by Rich Buckler, and Rich Buckler is he's the penciler on the cover, and then the inker is you know, the colorist is Dick Giadiro. I don't know how to pronounce his name right. I'm chopping it all up, you know. But you know, it's done by both those guys, and it's an awesome cover, definitely worthy of this, you know, top five video. The next one here. Another one of my favorite covers is Marvel 2-in-1 Annual starring The Thing #7. And to me, when I first saw this book, I thought right away it was a Jack Kirby book. But it's not a Jack Kirby book. The cover's done by Frank Wilson and Frank Giacoia. You know, I even asked my boy Sean, Jean Paul's Peter, to help me look at this because it doesn't say in the inside who the cover was from, and I had to do a little research and found out who it was, and it's an awesome cover, and you can tell he's, you know, to me he's inspired by Jack Kirby because it looks straight up like a Jack Kirby cover, but it's not. It's Rich Buckler, and awesome book to have. This is actually the first appearance of Champion, also first appearance of the Power Stone. Champion carries the Power Stone, so it's cool. And also, you know, as I was doing some research on it, the story I always thought was a great story. Reading this book, you know, the Thing, everyone tries to fight Champion, and the one who lasts the longest is the Thing against him, and you know, it's arguably they say it's one of the best Thing stories out there. So I don't know how true that is, but I think for my sense it is, because it's one of the better stories with the Thing on it. You know, so that made my top 5 list. So that's 3 books. then you cannot have a top 5 list without having a little Kirby in it. So I figured I'll go to my Marvel Kirby stuff. And this is a giant size store #1. And what can I say? You know, Jack Kirby, he's the cover artist. He's everything. He's the writer. He's the penciler. He's the inker. He's the jack of all trades. He's a Renaissance man, like I used to call him. You know, and you can't go wrong with having him in your collection. I've been on a Kirby fix lately. I've been trying to collect everything Jack Kirby. So you know he had to make my top 5 list. And then now we're gonna go into. I picked a modern one. Well, modern, but this is back from like I think 2007, and this is a beautiful cover. And this cover actually is my wife's one of her favorite covers. And she like, you know, when she was looking through my stuff, she was picking out covers for herself. She was like, "Oh, this cover is one of her favorites," and it became one of my favorites because if she liked it, I started looking at it more, and I liked it. Well, let me show you real quick. It's not special, but it's special to us. This is Astonishing X-Men #6, and this cover is done by John Cassidy. Oop, look at that, everything's about to fall. Let me move these out the way. Yeah, John Cassidy is the cover artist on this, and it's a great cover, man. Colossus is one of her favorite characters. Me growing up, Colossus was one of my favorite X-Men. Kitty Pryde, I just love it. I love the way she's phasing into him. It's awesome cover. You know, John Cassidy did a great job with this cover. So that's my top 5, but you know what? I gotta sneak in a little. I can't just show you 5 books. I got a couple of honorable mentions here. Honorable mentions. The great Jim Steranko, Batman Black and White #2. Just, Jim Steranko is also one of those artists that his style does not die. You know, he can go back all the way to the Silver Age and all the way till now, to modern times, and you can see this is a modern book. This is, it's only a few years old. What year is this from? I believe this is from like 2012, and he could still hold his own. Little old man could still hold his own against the artists from today. So Steranko's definitely has one of those timeless styles that'll just keep going, And this other one is also one of my favorite covers. All these Marvel premieres. Sorry guys, I paused it for a little bit, got a little interruption, but the Marvel Premiere series has some of my favorite storylines and some of my favorite covers, and I recently just posted this on Instagram, but I want to show it to you guys also because it's one of my favorite covers. This is Marvel Premiere featuring Doctor Strange #3. This is the beginning of the Doctor Strange storyline with Marvel Premiere, and the cover is done by Barry Windsor Smith, and the colorist is the same colorist that we just saw for DC Comics Presents 49. It's for the Marvel 2-in-1 Annual #7. It's a Frank Giacoia, the guy that I chopped his name up. He's the colorist for this also. So just goes to show that these to me, most, I showed you 2 modern books, but almost all the covers that I showed you are all older books, and that's my favorite. My favorite are the older stuff, bronze. Copper, some copper, bronze, and silver age. Those are the best covers ever. So that's it for this top 5 tag video. Hope you guys liked it. One more interruption. Sorry, guys. You're not going to notice it because I'm pausing it, so the pausing goes seamlessly. But yeah, that's it for this top 5 tag video. And so many people have been tagged. I don't even know who to tag anymore. Because I've seen some great videos from throughout YouTube. You guys, you know what? If you guys have not heard a comment from me, I do watch your videos. A lot of times I watch them on the PlayStation Network through the YouTube app there, so you can't leave a comment on it, but I can thumbs it up. So when you see that thumbs up that there's no comment on, that's most likely 9 out of 10 times that's me watching the video and giving it a thumbs up. Who could I tag? You know what? I think Eddie hasn't given us a top 5 tag video. So I'm going to tag Eddie, the comment guy. And you know who else I'm going to tag? He's been doing videos lately, which is great. My boy Frost, Undisputed Frost. Your tag, buddy. Yeah. You got to show us your top 5 tag covers. All right? So that's it, guys. Until next video. Peace.